Well, thanks for joining me on the highway today. I want to talk about an upgrade that I just did with my 2018 Vanderhall Venice. I picked up a tuner from Vanderhallparts.com. Now, the Vanderhall, coming from the factory, it's got, at least this model has a 1.4 GM Ecotec with a turbo, 4-cylinder of course, and comes with the 6-speed automatic. It's matched with, I believe, on the Chevy Cruze. And this engine is plenty for the Vanderhall. You've got a top speed listed at about 140 miles an hour. With a vehicle weight of 1,450 pounds, it's a great combo. You get a lot of power, and it's the right motor for the vehicle. But it does come from the factory, I think, with the original tune. Yeah, they've tweaked the horsepower. I think the horsepower, we're looking at around 180 horsepower when you pick up your vehicle. Now, this is a motorcycle, by the way, 3 wheels, no airbags, that type of thing. And Vanderhall developed this over about 10 years and started putting out this model, the Venice, in 2017. So the way things are set up, I'm sure it was put out this way to pass the EPA, but it does cause a bit of an issue, mainly shifting points. So this tune that I picked up from Vanderhallparts.com addresses those issues. The first thing it gave me was about 50 more horsepower, which is great. With 180 horsepower, no, up to 230 horsepower, it gets up and goes, let me tell you. So a big improvement there, and it's like almost like a supercar. You really move with this vehicle. So the second thing, again, the shift points were really important because the vehicle seemed to shift too early all of the time. It was always jumping into the next higher gear, and that would bog it down. So when you asked for some power, it just wasn't there. You know, you try to hit that throttle, and you just weren't getting it. So that was the second thing that was addressed after the horsepower, was changing the shift points. And the guys at Vanderhallparts.com really did a great job with this. It shifts when it should. The power's there. It downshifts when you want it to. And it is really an improvement. The third thing is operating temperature. It was operating at about 220 degrees on average. And right now, I think we're reading about 190. So big improvement there. So Vanderhallparts.com sells this tuner on their website, and we'll give them a plug. On the website, everything. You can get all sorts of factory parts. You can get wheels, upgraded brakes, interior upgrades, exhaust upgrades, electronic upgrades. Have all the different things you want to upgrade with your Vanderhall. If you need fenders, you get a larger fender for the vehicle. Mine doesn't have a rear fender. You can get one, so I'm probably going to do that upgrade. So a lot of different things you can pick up from the website. So check them out. I'll make it real simple. Vanderhallparts.com. Go check them out on the web. If you own a Vanderhall, there are some must-have parts, and the tuner is definitely one of them. So they did a great job with it. Also, when it comes to, dealing with a company like this, Vanderhall themselves, they're a new company, and having these guys put together a site where you can pick up all the factory stuff and some things that they're developing as well. Guys at that company have a racing background, and so things like this tuner are, they're coming down the road, and for owners like maybe you and I, it's really nice upgrades to have for the vehicle. The tuner comes, standard tuner, if you're familiar. You've got your small box, and what it does is you have a program in your current vehicle computer that came from the factory. So when you hook it up to the OBD port, and the tuner is going to read your factory program from your vehicle's computer, and it's going to save it. That means you can reload that program later on if you want to. Maybe you've got to pass an inspection. Maybe you don't like the way, you're going to like it, let me tell you. Anyway, it's going to save that program. Then after checking things out, it's going to load the new program, which will give you that horsepower, and it'll give you the upgraded shift points and lower your operating temperature. Very simple process, not tough to do. And if you do need to communicate with the company, I had very good luck. I got phone calls, emails. When I had questions about the process, they got back to me and helped me out, get it done, and get it done right. So they are a good company to work with, so check them out online. So again, for me, the tune, kind of a must-have upgrade, and that's where you get it. Now, there are some competitors out there that charge actually quite a bit more. So going with these guys that have a lot of experience with the vehicle itself, I think it's the way to go when you get that tuner upgrade. So that's the info on the tuner today and that upgrade to my Vanderhall. Right now we are on Highway 12 West. That's west of Yakima. We're headed up to what's called White Pass. If I were to head all the way over the Cascades here, I would run into I-5 between Seattle and Portland, head north or south. Well, we're going to stick to this one today and just enjoy the road. So thanks for joining me, and enjoy the highway. Let this guy get by me. As you can see, this road, really good shape. It's a state highway, and we're in a river valley headed down towards Yakima. So lots of great curves. You can run at about 60. So just, ignore what you see on my speedometer. It's off. It's, it shows at least 20 or 30 miles an hour faster than it actually is. So, one of these days I need to calibrate that speedo. So, if you see 80 or 90 on the speedo, that's actually 60.